Hey guys, this is gonna be our review on the Wraith pads X and Y. Um, this will be the cloth one version, and I'll get over the hard one next. The X one I really liked, and I preferred it over the hard pad one. It's a mid base, so if you like mid bases, this will be one of the pads you like, along with the free fall. Both are really good. The colors only come in black, so you're kind of stuck with black. It is packaged flat, and you shouldn't have any issues with it not laying flat since it's a hard base. It's literally like the firmest hard pad I've used. The only downside I would say with this pad is the stitch edges. There's none of those, and I mean, there's a possibility it could fray over time. I do wish the size was just a little bigger, but yeah, I would say the only really worrisome thing about the pad really is the stitched edges. But the glide on this pad is really nice. Mm, I would say it's just like a little above the Saturn, far speed wise. Probably like with Saturn being like a 5, you would put like this at like a 6.5 or 6 to 7 range, depending on humidity and your skates that you're using. I did really enjoy this pad. I did kind of like struggle a little with micros because I'm just not used to like firm pads this firm. So it will take some getting used to if you're used to like soft pads and stuff like that. Because I really think that's like something a lot of people do and they don't realize as you use like pressure on the pad. But this pad is just really, really solid. The texture of the pad, it feels like your standard cloth, but it is like not rough, but you can just feel the texture. So it's not really anything too bad. I guess you could say that stitch edges could be sharp on your skin sometimes if you push forward and stuff. But I really like this pad, especially with it being a very firm base. And honestly, the pricing on these pads it's not bad at all because it's like $40 for a hard pad. It's the quality is really good and the packaging is really as good as well. The size is 470 by 420 by 3 millimeters, so um, it's really solid, honestly, for the price. But I do think this is probably top 2 to 3, like like mid pads, because there's not really any of those. So I would say the top two right now is probably free fall in this one. Depending on which like texture you like, because the free fall is pretty rough, but this pad's really, really solid, I would say. The control on this pad it's a little lower. You have like a Saturn with at like a 7 or 8. I'd say this one's probably at like a 4 to 6, depending on humidity and skates, honestly. Because skates play a factor like so much more than people say they do. But this is the X pad, and now we'll get to the Y pad, which is the hard pad. I wasn't really a fan of this pad just because I sucked with it. So you might like it. That's the thing with reviewing. It's like really, really, really opinions are really different for other people, and yeah, so everyone has different opinions. But this is the hard pad. It's the Y. It only comes in black as well. It's shipped flat and all those things. So no issues with this one either. No stitched edges, so you could find the edges sharp for some reason. But it's not too bad for me. The glide on this pad, I would say, is pretty fast. It's around a glass pad, but maybe a little less. You put like a sky pad at like a 9 to 10 or something, which is probably one of the fastest pads there is. So sky pad would be there, but I would put this around 8, 8ish to 9ish, just depending on the bracket you use. And control wise, it does feel like it does get a little sticky on the feet, so beware of that. Um, it does have a little more control than like most like hard pads or glass pads, so um, you do get that stick on the feet, but it could go away if you clean it off. Sorry, my dog. But you do see oil on this pad, so for control wise, I would probably put this pad at around let's you have the Saturn with like a 7 or 8. You're gonna have this pad probably like 3 to 4, 5 maybe. It does have this weird stick to it, so people are gonna think that's like control, but I wouldn't really say that's control. It's more of a like sticky kind of feeling. So like other pads kind of have it like, for instance, the Coruscant gets a little stickier the hotter it gets, so something like that. As far as texture and feeling wise, it's really smooth, no issues with that. Um, it's really smooth on skates as well, but you do feel like dirt and grime and stuff like that if it gets on your skates along those lines. Sizing on these pads are 470 by 420. I kind of wish it was like a 490 by 420, but they're both priced at $40, which is pretty insane for the quality you get, and considering like they're from like Turkey, it's really priced well. But this is my review on the Wraith pads. Thanks for watching. Um, I'm like going through a lot in real life, so I'm trying to get reviews out while I do this. But yeah, and pads are kind of like an to me because they're at this because gaming really sucks right now. But hopefully, a newer game comes out soon. But thanks for watching. Have a good day and fuck controllers. And I'll see you in the next video, which should be soon because I'm gonna do it right after this one. It'll probably be like a few days after this one, or maybe it might be first and then this one comes after. But thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.